we are live. And Commander Regoff, if you wouldn't mind starting us off with the captain's log. Or the ship's log.
Yep. I can hear echo, by the way.
Oh, yeah, give me a second. You're good now.
Cool. Stardate 53751.2 USS Everest Captain's Log. Commander Regoff. The Everest has been ordered to rendezvous with the starship Kepler at Starbase 104 for a classified assignment. Upon receiving our orders, we departed Narendra Station at high warp. The crew is very anxious to begin this assignment, and the pilots are running a battle simulation to improve their skills. I can't help but wonder, the last classified mission I was a part of, Captain Starx was almost court-martialed for his actions that day. Time to check up on the pilots. End log.
So as you guys are on your way to Starbase 104, I'll give you guys a moment to do a little bit of free role play. If you guys wish, I know there's only 3 of the actual Everest crew here right now, so.
Alright, so we're still on our way to the starbase?
Yeah, you're about an hour out.
So Regov is like in the room that overlooks the battle simulation going on. Just watching what they're doing.
What kind of simulation is it? Like flying or sort of?
So it's like you guys. Okay, so there's all 5 of you in there practicing against like a fleet of about 10 enemy fighters, and you're trying to outmaneuver them.
Well, I think we'd be working on coordination like we did in the last session, where we kind of figured out an order in which we wanted to do our strafing runs. Joker always seemed to be the one to either lead it off or finish it off.
Yeah. So you see Joker like break off, and he like pulls a little bit back, and he fires 2 sets of torpedoes, and he destroys 3 of them somehow with 2 shots.
And then Dora's just gonna go next and just like do a strafe run of phaser fire on the next one. So since I'm actually here, I should probably roll for that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, just, I'll make it a straight momentum gain, basically. I'll make it a, basically you're shooting at stationary targets, so I'll make it a control security difficulty 0, just because it's stationary.
Well, task was okay.
Well, you do hit it, so it does go bye-bye, but you don't get any momentum out of it.
But is also the ship?
No, because you didn't roll a success.
Oh. That's a great way to start this off.
So, basically, real quick, toolbox, give me a control security difficulty 0, and Regoff, go on ahead and give me a insight security difficulty 0.
Am I applying a focus related to ship mechanics?
Yeah, if you have something applying to ship weaponry, then yes.
Wow, this is bad sign.
2, 4, 6, 8.
I noticed the fly on my shoe.
Now you notice that somehow there's a fly on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, you said insight?
Insight security for Regoff and control security for you. So you guys do get 2 momentum.
Let's keep the momentum.
Okay, so basically the uh, simulation is coming to an end. Toolbox, you finish off the final fight, the final target, as it were.
Yeah, I don't fly like the others, so I just take a general approach and hammer.
Yeah, and Regoff, you see that these guys just seem to. I mean, I'm not going to use the complication. I took 2 threat for it. So what I'll say is they seem to be working well together, but something doesn't seem right yet. It's just not flowing like it should. Know what I mean? At least to you.
And he kind of thinks more training is needed.
And Commander Regoff, unless there's any other role play, real quick.
I have none.
As we land or finish the simulation, I'll just say, I think that took a little too long.
I think Joker might be hungover. Dora chuckled. He only managed to, kill things with like 2 torpedoes when he's after drip.
All right. Well, in that case, Commander Regoff, I'm going to just fast forward time here a little bit, and your helm officer on the bridge contacts you. Let me pull up his name or their name real quick. Sorry, give me a second. Sharisha to Regoff, or Commander Regoff.
Go ahead.
We're arriving at Starbase 104, sir.
On my way to the bridge.
And coming out of warp, there is the Starbase there. There is a couple other ships. Let me put you. Let me come here real quick, see if there's anything on this that I need to worry about. Yeah. Okay, so there is the Everest that is coming out of warp. I don't have a starbase right now for Starbase 14 or 104. But yeah, so the Everest, and right next to the starbase is an Intrepid class. It is the USS Kepler. And they are hailing you, Commander.
On screen. I have an echo again, by the way.
Sorry, it's my headset. So the captain of the Kepler comes on screen. And next to him is standing a very familiar face. It is Commander Prax.
Captain, I see you have a... Sorry, this echo's throwing me off.
Sorry, I'll have to remember to mute myself every time.
Captain, I see you have a very familiar officer in your midst.
Yes, according to the records, you served with Commander Prax here aboard the Sarek and the Imjin.
Indeed, we did.
Well, that is precisely one reason why Starfleet Command has chosen you and the Everest to assist us on this mission. Commander Prax will brief you on all the details. If you want, she can come over and brief you in your briefing room, or we can do it over here.
Yeah, I'll meet you on your ship, Captain.
Alrighty. We'll be ready to receive you in 5 minutes, and feel free to bring any staff that you want to bring.
Very well. I will be right there, Captain.
Kepler out.
And he looks over to Dar and Toolbox. You guys want to go?
Sure thing. I need to stretch my legs anyway.
I'd like to stay here. Dari, your craft seemed to be underperforming, so I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, thanks. I've noticed that too. Is there something off? I just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I'll talk to your second and get together with your flight crew and see if we can't find what the issue is.
All right. Number one, you have the bridge, and he heads over to the transporter room.
Alright, and when you get to the transporter room, your transporter operator, sir, we have the coordinates that the Kepler has sent for your transport.
Go ahead, beam when ready.
Aye, sir. And you and Hammerfist dissolve in the transporter beam and reappear on the Intrepid, or in the Intrepid transporter room. In front of you, I believe would be the captain, and correct me if I'm wrong, the commander might be there as well.
Yeah, she'll be there.
Captain, Commander. So this is the interpreter class, huh? I've always wanted to check one out.
Yes, it's still a relatively new ship. The Kepler was only the third one off the assembly line after the Intrepid itself and Voyager.
Feels colder here than the Everest, Dor sort of mutters.
Well, we still have a few minor bugs to work out. Nothing interfering, just, minor temperature variances.
I envy your scientific power, Captain. So, should we get to the briefing then?
Sure thing. Let's meet in the conference room.
Lead the way.
And after you guys all sit down in the conference room, the captain looks at the commander and goes, Commander, seeing as how you know more about this mission than I do, I will leave the briefing to you.
Thank you, Captain. I have asked the Everest and their team here to travel with the Kepler to the Archer system. Currently, there is a rogue Klingon element that the Empire has failed to dealt with, and they've asked Starfleet for their assistance. The Klingons dispatched a team under the command of Commander Korvik of House Durin to deal with this rogue group, and they've been out of contact for 3 days. Seeing as the Klingons can't muster a ship there fast enough, we of course have been assigned to this task. But the intel suggests that the rogue element is under a command of Captain Karlock of House, pronouncing that right?
Kalak of House Malak.
Moloch. He is known to operate a one Corvort class bird of prey with 2 Burrells. So we need to be a lookout on there. But we are ordered to go down to Archer 4, so we believe there was a base of operations, to locate the Klingon team that was dispatched, as well as deal with the current rogue base of operations. Any questions?
Do we know why they're a rogue element? Like, why does the Empire consider them rogue?
There was a Klingon High Council member that had dealings with the Orion pirates that we recently dealt with. There was an altercation in the Klingon High Council chambers where the Klingon council member was slain in a duel to the death. Since then, some of his loyalists have remained loyal to the Empire, but others have, not liking the recent turn of events, are looking to start a second Klingon or another Klingon civil war.
I see.
So it's going to be a ground mission then.
For the most part, yes, it will be a ground mission. Keep in mind, Archer 4 does have a known toxin. The pollen is considered to be deadly to most animal life. Archer 4 is primarily vegetatious. There is no animal life to be found on the planet's surface.
I see.
Do we have any last known locations for the rebel fleet?
No, we do not, but we do expect them to arrive at Archer 4 to check in on the base.
And Regov pulls up a map of the system. Are there any like moons, additional planets, anything that we could use to a tactical advantage?
Good question. Now I gotta pull up the Memory Alpha page for it.
Just so you're aware, Commander Ragoff, the Kepler will remain on the edge of the system since their sensors are far greater than the Everest as a warning. They will monitor for any sort of movement and potential disturbances in the subspace variants that would indicate a cloaking device being used.
Interesting. I didn't know we had that technology, Commander.
Well, we could finding a cloaking ship is very difficult, but if a Klingon vessel is warped, they do emit a small subspace variance that could be detected. It's not a foolproof thing, Commander.
It sounds like what we did to find those other, those Orions posing as what was it? It's been a while. But yeah, it's something similar to what we did before, like when we first set off on the Everest. You what? Out of character. There was mention that there was already another like house looking for them. Right?
Yes, the House of Durin.
Do we have any information on the last whereabouts of the House Durin? Like before they went silent.
the last thing that the Klingons knew was they were headed to Archer 4 and had arrived at Archer 4.
Duran is the team we're meeting up with, right, to find House Moloch.
Well,
Or
no, they
did-
like disappeared. Like we were supposed to go find them as well.
But they're still considered friendly. Durak is.
Yes, Durin is still considered a friendly.
Okay.
Okay, now to answer your question on if there are any satellites in the Archer 4 system, there is 2 moons around Archer 4, 3 other planets, and the primary sun, which is a the sun. It doesn't tell me what size or class it was, so I don't know. But there's 4 planets, 2 moons around Archer 4, and the sun.
All right. I don't have any additional questions unless you can think of anything, Hammer.
Can't think of anything right now either, Captain.
What time are we gonna head out from the station?
As soon as we can depart, Commander Ragoff. Just make sure your ships is fully stocked from here at Starbase 104, and then we'll depart.
I'll check with my senior chief, see if he has everything he needs. And if there's nothing else, I'll head back to my ship and make sure we're good to go.
Alrighty. You do get all the supplies you need, and everything such as that. There is a bunch of crates that is loaded onto the Everest. Each of them has a it has a good grief, I'm trying to remember what we said that day. It has a rebreather, which is basically just a face mask. It has body armor, and it has a phaser rifle. Each and every one of those crates has a phaser rifle, body armor, and a rebreather.
Okay, so it's basically just gear for the mission.
Yeah.
Cool.
Once you let me know, I'll talk to you.
Senior chief, this is the captain. There's some new equipment on board I'd like you to check out.
Has it been beamed aboard, or is it arriving by?
I assume out of character beamed.
Yeah, it was beamed aboard. It basically came over with you two when you came back.
Okay, if you could meet me in cargo bay X, wherever it may have been beamed to. I'd like to discuss the mission and what.
Go ahead and grab everyone else, all the pilots and the staff, and we'll do the briefing there as well. Senior chief.
Okay, so I put out a notice for the flight crews to gather in the cargo bay. And once the commander arrives, I'll begin off basically saying, well, I assume you just tell us everything that you were told.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, are you like looking at the equipment during it?
Yeah,
Or like on? Okay.
and I'll start asking some general questions that come to my mind. So, has there been any scans of the Klingon facility or stronghold that we'll be going into, or is it just a planet of vegetation?
As far as I know, we just have whatever knowledge the Federation had on it, and that's what was part of when Raghav opened up the map, looking at the system. He was kind of going over that information.
Has Kepler made any scans of the system defenses in general yet? If there are any.
Out of character, I'm
All
not
that is
sure.
all that is known is that there are 2 Burrell class bird of preys and 1 covort in the area.
Well, yeah, I mean, besides that,
And possibly a destroyed or downed Klingon ship related to that other house, Duran. Is that correct?
I think that would be the case, yeah. Okay, so quick question. How do advantages work again?
You spend momentum, 2 momentum to create an advantage, or bring something that costs an opportunity cost.
Because I was just looking at one of my values, and this would be a situation for Doris, like be prepared for the worst. So, based on what he was told, the planet might kill you, and they have rebreathers, which if something happened to it'd be bad. So,
Yeah, I was wondering if we wanted to use EVA suits.
then I don't think the EVA suits are armored, though.
Well, they have a resistance 1. Before
uh,
we get into specific equipment, though, are we going to use a small team to investigate and then land the entire team, or are we going to have like a strike team and have some people fly like top cover, or what do you think? First thing is we got to slip past whatever Klingon presence might be there, right?
So currently the system is vacant from long range sensors. So you can
But that
already
doesn't mean
sneak
that.
in there.
But
Doesn't
there
mean
might not. Well, there might be cloak ships if they're around.
which is why I was looking at, the system, like hiding places, cloaked vessels. Like you could be scanning all you want to, but if they're behind a mass, they could easily be hiding just out of sight, out of sensors.
Yeah, you could try to chart a path, trying to use sensor blind spots of the various planetary bodies.
But as far as like at the actual planet, I was just going to take down whoever wanted to go. Um, since our guys are more space based, they have the option of staying up there just in case.
Do you want to go in with a small team?
Just whoever wants to go. And then the rest would be like NPCs.
Okay. I'm just looking for your recommendation in order.
Well, I was gonna do that like when we got there.
Okay, so I do. It would be a scene change when we get there. So should we burn the momentum for advantage in case, like lower a difficulty for fixing a rebreather if it gets damaged? or would we rather use that for something else?
Well, we're gonna lose the momentum anyways. Doesn't it cost 2 momentum for advantage?
I think so.
So if we get the advantage, I mean, we'd go in with none, but I'd be fine with that if the advantage is worth it. Which one were you pushing for?
Well, I don't know what all the advantages we could get, but like, yeah, the rebreathers seem to be the most, because the plant's toxic. So if somehow one of our rebreathers got damaged or messed up, no, we could have like a tool on hand to fix it, or
Or like a medical hypo spray of some kind or something?
yeah, something like that. Just in that, eventuality.
I'd be more concerned about hiding our presence, especially once we've landed. The ships, that is. Yeah, they can be powered down, but they could still be detected if something shows up and we're in orbit or not near our ships. Unless you plan to leave crew with the ships that could basically, if they're discovered, they take off.
Well, the Everest itself has a complement of NPCs, so even if we all, quote unquote, went down to the surface, the ship is still manned.
I'm just wondering if Everest hangs back and then the fighters just kind of go in as silently as possible, land, hide their presence, and complete the mission.
And one chance, if we have multiple ships, to get back off once it's done, or we could just take a shuttle or the roundabout if we all wanted to do that, just in case, like in case we were out of transporter range. Or
Well, that depends on what we scan on the surface. Like if there's like a, we don't know yet until we get there type thing.
Are we out to rescue? If we're out to rescue Klingons, then we're going to need capacity. Or the Everest in orbit quickly.
Yeah, we'll see once we get in system, like what is in store, and I'll decide from there.
Okay, so do you want me to rig these? Do you want to use the advantage right now and just kind of rig these rebreathers just in case? Is our to start
Like,
with?
rig them how?
Make them more of a mask, complete headgear rather
so
than
like
just
like
something
it
you
so
slip on.
like a ballistic mask then.
Yeah, we could do that if the GM will allow it.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that like one advantage could be we have spare parts that could help like seal, no, basically fix them up if they do get damaged. But if they are, reinforced, that works too.
I'll leave that up to you, Senior Chief. Which direction you want to go with it? Either reinforce it or like make it harder to take off or whatever, or make it more durable, etc.
If you want to reinforce it, I'll require a roll for it. It'll be a roll. But if you take just like a patch kit or something, that can be a advantage.
Why don't we go with the advantage?
Okay, so patch kit.
Yeah, I think so. Because anybody could use it then, right?
That door has a pretty good engineering, so
Anybody could patch their own if they had to.
All right. If anybody doesn't have anything else, then we'll have the pilots get ready. Bridge crew to the bridge.
All right, and the Everest and the Kepler sets out to the Archer system. as stated before, let me roll for the Kepler and make sure.
I would recommend that we plot a course into and through the system that it tries to take advantage of blind spots.
Yeah, there is no one there in the system right now. You guys get 1 momentum.
And we might want to do just passive scans of the planet. That were each one that we pass, I guess.
As you guys come into the system and you do pass the planets, the only one with any ability to support life is the 4th planet.
Yeah, that's the hostile one, right? As far as the pollen and all the vegetation.
Yeah, that's that planet.
Kepler, this is Everest. Do you have? Can you scan the planet for us?
And you get a message back from their science officer. Yeah, we're not reading anything weird. Basically, I'm just flat. Well, it doesn't really matter because that's a 0-0. We're not reading anything weird. We can confirm there's no ships in the area, but the planet seems fine. I mean, I'm picking up power signatures, but that's it.
Thank you. And he looks over to Sharisha, who's at the helm or at ops. Could you scan those power signatures, Lieutenant? And what role is that exactly? Sensor science? No, that's the ship. Would it be reason science?
Yeah, reason science assisted by the ship's sensor science.
Cool.
Okay, so 2 successes. You guys will get 2 momentum. And what she tells you, Commander, is I'm definitely reading a Klingon energy signature. It appears to be a dome of some sort, probably with their own recirculated air and everything, so as to keep them safe from the pollen.
Any way to determine which group of Klingons we're dealing with?
Considering that it's an actual installation according to the briefing, I think we're dealing with Commander Kadok here. Or Kalok here. But I am picking up life signs outside of the installation. I've got 4 life signs right now, but
Try to raise them on comms.
aye, sir.
The ones inside or outside?
Inside.
Okay. So a couple seconds later, uh, you do get a response. Ooh, hold on. And basically, the people there say they give you a name. I don't have a name for this particular character. And they say, state your business here.
This is Commander Rego from the USS Everest. I'm trying to get hold of a Commander Corvette.
A Commander Korvik? You mean of House Durin?
Yes.
We don't have a Commander Korvik here.
Did you mean
Which
say? Did you
which
mean to
house?
say colic?
Which house do you
Commander.
hail from?
We hail from House Moloch. I ask again, state your business.
Hold on, out of character. Did I mix up my notes?
Probably because the rogue group is from House Moloch, and the group sent to deal with the rogue group was from House Durin.
Oh, interesting. No, so I got them right. Maybe I got the names wrong. Who was Commander Korvak was from Moloch, right?
Commander Korvik was from Durin. Commander Kalok was from Moloch.
Okay.
You want to backtrack a little bit?
No. I'll
Okay.
try to roll with it. Oh yes, House Moloch. We have heard about you and your cause.
And why should that concern us?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Commander, I would recommend that you leave this system immediately.
And why is that?
If you are here, then something has gone terribly wrong. The very fact you are talking with me tells me you know something.
Very well. We will depart the system then. And he cuts the comm. Lieutenant, can you tell me what was outside of those buildings? Was it more Klingons or just creatures from the planet?
It appeared to be 4 Klingon biosigns, but that's it, Commander.
Very well. Let's get our ready team ready. And he looks around for the people that volunteered to go down.
Adara would already, I'm assuming, be in the bay getting ready or whatever, wherever he needs to be to go down to the.
And Regov gets up. Number one, you have the bridge. I'm going to the surface. And he heads to get his gear out of the box and then to the transporter room.
So, question: does that armor actually do anything, or?
Yes, it gives you resistance 2.
Not that I will probably no, because they disruptors. But I do have sturdy, so just put in that. No, that'll give me a resistance to non.
So are we going to fly down or are we going to beam down?
We're beaming down.
Okay, so it'll be Regoff, Dar, Toolbox, Prax. Who else?
I suppose we could do someone's NPC for. I don't know if anyone set it for tactical though. Other than maybe the senior chiefs.
Someone medical and someone science would be nice. If we don't have
You can
that
take
covered.
down. You can take down Mordock. It's a 4 science and 3 medical. Not a great security. It's a 2 security.
Well, he has better medicine than Kohlrami, so
Yeah, let's take them down.
I'm just wondering if we can beam them up. Not even go down, just beam them up to start with. That's why I asked the location. Can we get a sensor or a transporter lock on the Klingons outside the structure?
Give me 1 second. I believe, if I'm recalling the canon problems correctly, then yes, you can, but it is a little bit more difficult. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I'd be willing to blow my determination. Providing I got a value. I'd have to check here.
Base difficulty is going to be 3. 2 plus 1 if you're beaming them onto a pad.
Yeah.
If you're not beaming onto a pad and straight to the brig, that's difficulty 4.
No, I'd beam
and
them
then-
directly. I'd beam them directly up to our, transporter pad.
Okay, so it'd be a base difficulty 3. I'm trying to remember.
Now, if there's any other interference from the planet that would make it harder, then you increase difficulty there.
Well, I'd ask our scientist to help us with the interference for an assist. Or the ship.
I'm also wondering if those are the House Durian or they're just like maybe a
Well-
hunting party of the Moloch, just bored and going out to shoot.
Either way, but yeah, we should have a security detachment ready, but I'd recommend we try this.
We could like role play it, like as we're getting ready, be like, "Oh, Captain, I could try this."
Now, you're going to let Commander Prax know you're going to try this?
Yeah, well, I'd be talking to Regoff first with the idea. If we're planning to beam down to the Klingons, why not just beam them straight up here, right off? And because he has us to get into the transporter room.
And yeah, you can get a solid lock on the away team, so or on the 4 bioscience, so it'd just be a difficulty 3.
Or
Commander,
go ahead.
sorry. Commander Prax is there, so she would hear my suggestion.
What I was also going to suggest is if we do beam down, they already have a lock on us. If they are friendly, we can just have them grab on, and then that's how that works, right? Or am I thinking that?
Well, if we don't know if they're friendly, but
Yeah, which is kind of why I was going with. Let's go down there and assess the situation on foot.
well, out of character, did you tell us about what occurred on the bridge?
I wouldn't have told you. I mean, where were you at? Like down doing engineering stuff, or?
Yeah, well, I'd be with the other pilots getting ready and getting geared up.
Yeah. Um.
Right
I mean, I
now,
don't
all I'm
see
really
why I
aware of
would.
is okay. So okay, if your decision is to beam down, that's what it is.
I mean, if you have, you can like still try to RP it, though. I mean, I agree, it's a good idea, but you know.
I don't want a meta game based off of what occurred on the bridge. That's all.
Okay, so it'll be U4 and Mordock. Which I don't have a token for. I am going to.
Now, do we have any momentum currently?
We have 3, yes.
Yeah, you have.
Also,
Okay.
so those were rifles in there in the crates too. Are we actually taking those, or are we just taking like Type 2?
I'm taking mine. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I'll take a rifle as well.
I'm terrible with a phaser either way, so whichever one. But I would like to suggest that if we want to beam down to investigate and beam these 4 Klingons back up, we could take transporter enhancers to make the beam up easier.
Yeah, we could do that. And you
And that's an opportunity cost.
certainly have that knowledge.
So we get a transporter enhancer. And that'll beam down
What's
with us.
the challenge dice for a phaser rifle? 4?
Yeah, I believe it's 4.
Oh, the weapon damage. I'm
Should
sorry.
be.
Checking.
Yes, it should be.
So I'll do as much as the preparatory work on the transporters to make sure we get to the right spot, but I am going down and then let one of the other guys in the transporter room, another chief handle it.
Okay. Well,
And so when everyone's ready, I'll be at the room.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all geared up, I think.
Yep.
All right, then in that case, you guys beam down.
One
And
last question, real quick. How close do you want to be to him, Ragoff? Out of sight, in sight?
Out of sight.
Okay, so now you got your answer, Game Master.
all right, so you guys beam down, and of course they don't see you right now, but there are, and I don't have actual tokens, so I've just got these blank ones here in the upper right hand corner. If you go up there, this is basically a theater of the mind. I don't have a planet base right now. There's 4 Klingons standing close to each other, and they're looking around. By the way, all of you are wearing your rebreathers right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. These 4 are basically looking out, firing disruptors wildly. None of them are firing in your general direction, but they're just firing disruptors wildly.
Can I see the house symbol on their uniforms?
They're too far away to make that out right now.
Who's our science person?
It is Morlock.
Murdoch, yeah.
Mordock, yeah. So there's 5. My bad.
Murdoch, there are not supposed to be any animals here. What are they shooting at?
Well,
Refer. I'm referring to his, he's got a tricorder, so.
According to the tricorder, let me roll real quick. Reason science. He would have a focus. According to the tricorder, and you guys do get 2 momentum, nothing.
Is the pollen known to cause hallucinations?
Per the logs of the NX-01 Enterprise under Captain Jonathan Archer, it's known to cause paranoia.
Wonderful.
Let's try to knock these guys out. Rifles the stun setting.
To Arnards, and then switches to stun.
Yep.
Okay. How I'll resolve this is basically they don't know you're there. They're busy worrying about other things that only they can see. You guys are gonna basically surprise them. I'll let each and every one of you fire before we actually go into combat rules.
Set your, can we set these rifles to area? Spread? Or I'm not sure what it's called.
I don't believe so. I don't think they have the charge ability. I think they have. I don't know off the top of my head. Let me get my book
I was,
out.
I was, yeah, I was
Yes,
actually
they do.
looking
They-
that up right
They
now.
have
They
the
do?
charge.
They do have charge. So
Yes,
yeah,
type
you can
3s
do
have a charge.
spread or area.
Are they close together, like you're kind of showing?
Yeah, it's almost like they're back to back.
Okay, and I would recommend let's use a charge setting area or
Just to let you know, and this is practice. Klingons are known to be highly resistant to non-lethal attacks. I recommend we have your increase the actual stun setting to a higher level than
a maximum stun.
and that's essentially going with the piercing instead of the area effect.
Very well. And the Regov starts changing his setting. Thank you, Commander.
Yeah.
So
What's the damage roll on again? It's 4
I think it's 4. Yeah.
for the phaser.
Yeah.
Rifle, I think it's 4, yeah.
I'm just gonna leave my weapon stuff set, like the name and stuff. We'll just pretend it says phaser rifle.
Okay. So who's
So
firing
we're all
first?
gonna do piercing. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the recommended.
As far as firing order, let's start from the worst to the best.
Okay, who would be the worst? I think
That's
that would
probably me.
What's your security and your control?
13 total. Security is 1.
Okay. Mordock has the same number, but
16 for Regov.
13.
I think Dora's 15. Control security, yeah, he's 15.
All right, so guess it'll be me first. Can I incorporate the focus of hand phaser into the rifle skill? I mean, it's not too different.
I'll say no, because it is a phaser rifle and not a hand phaser.
Apparently, the one of the qualities is also accurate. Apparently,
Yeah, which I believe allows you to re-roll a d20.
And
But-
You have to take the aim action.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you can
okay.
aim. I was going to mention that. Aim.
but you do hit him. So roll me some damage.
That's a lot of piercing.
7. Yeah, it's piercing for every effect, right? Piercing 2.
2. Yeah, piercing 2 every effect.
So yeah, this guy just he gets shot with your phaser rifle on max stun, and he just crumples. He's out.
And Rigov ducks back behind a tree. I assume he said it was forested, right? If I recall.
Yeah, it's in a forested area.
Cool.
All right, so I guess Dara's going to shoot next.
Yep.
Okay, I'm cursed today.
You can re-roll 1 for aim.
That's only if he took the minor action aim. But
I think we're
that's
all aiming.
yeah, that's yeah. It's
I thought you all took the charge ability to get the piercing.
Yeah, I'd
instead
say
of the
we
aim.
took charge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
well,
So
then disregard that then.
yeah,
Yeah.
then there's no reroll. Your shot just goes wide, Dar. So toolbox or Prax?
I'll let Toolbox go.
This is going to be an episode where Dara just loses all faith in guns and only punches everything.
Control security, correct?
Yes, control security.
How many momentum do we have? We have 5?
Yep.
I'll use 1.
Alright, you do hit him. Roll me some damage. And you do get a momentum back, by the way.
Okay. It's a phaser type 2, right? I have that in my sheet already.
It's a phaser type 3 is what it is with 4 damage
Okay.
dice.
Alright, I'll just go back up and do 5 challenge die then.
Yeah. Two, 3, 4, 5. Your guy is still standing.
Okay.
He does not go down. He does take damage, but he is still standing.
Are they still up? Are they still close? Sorry, and together the 3 that are up.
Yeah, the 3 that are still up are still close together. They will get an attack move after all 5 of the
Right.
Starfleet officers go.
Yeah.
And they're using disruptors.
So, take a threat for bold. Well, I don't have, but take a threat for an extra dice.
Okay.
I'm using my minor action for the charge piercing. I'm spending 1 momentum to do an extra minor action to do area. Think if I can do that. No, you can't. Never mind. Can't charge twice.
You could use momentum later to go again, though, right?
Yeah, right.
Swift action.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for swift action. So, let's do area instead of the charge for the charge setting. But
Okay.
I am spending a momentum to do the aim action
Okay.
with it. So we're down to 4 momentum. You're
And-
rolling at 0.
Yeah. You get the momentum back. Roll me 8 challenge dice of damage.
And this
Okay.
is area, right?
Yeah, you did
That's-
area.
This is area. Yeah, this is 8. All 3 of them.
Remind me again what the effects of area are when used from a phaser rifle. Is it half damage to
Wow.
another character? Or is it just you catch them all?
I think it does the most damage
It's
to the
all.
person you aimed at, and then it
No.
it does less to the other.
It's for each effect rolled, so it hits all three. So with area it does all the total damage, but
Okay.
I have to get a number of effects. So I target one person, and
Okay.
then each effect hits each edition individual.
Okay.
So there's enough effects to hit all three.
Yeah, and there is enough damage that all four, the other three go down.
And Regov looks over at Prax. Show off. kind of like half jokingly.
She just smiles back.
All
Can
right,
we
let's go.
approach?
Let's
Yeah, let's
go.
go see these guys.
Okay, well, as I move up, I'll just start setting up the transporter enhancers.
Sorry, I was muted. Commander Prax, as you move up, you do recognize the house symbol on the arms of these Klingons, and it is the symbol of the House of Durin.
Let's all for all four.
Yeah, for all four.
Well, we should probably get these
So
guys
that-
up to a medical bay. What do you think?
Yeah, have them transport to the Everest. That way they can be then transferred to the Kepler for medical treatment. Make sure that they are bound though, in a stasis. Science.
Just keep them sedated. Right? Just keep them sedated.
Could.
They should probably still
don't
be
know.
restrained, though.
Yeah.
They're
There-
going to be really
there's
pissed
a
off
way-
when they wake up.
All right. Well, I set up the transporter enhancers. Once I've done that, I'll calm the Everest.
Everester.
Namar to Everest.
Everester.
I've been told that we are to beam these 4 Klingons up. They have been exposed to the pollen on the planet, so you might want to. They're currently knocked out by phaser stun, but you might want to keep them sedated and bound and held until they can be transferred over to the other ship. I forget the name of the other ship offhand, guys.
Kepler.
And I give the coordinates and stand away from the transporter enhancers and say they're ready to be beamed up.
And the transporter chief says, "Aye, sir," and the 4 Klingons disappear.
I'll repack the transporter enhancers so we can take them with.
Okay, that's one issue. Now, what do we do about the structure?
This is a covert mission. We do need to go inside the facility to investigate and download any proven information to make sure that the House of Moloch is operating alone and on their own accord.
Regov is thinking to himself, trying to remember how many Klingons he saw on screen when they contacted them.
The amount of Klingons that you saw on screen was only You saw one that was more prominent because he was the guy talking to you, and then you saw two different ones that just walked by in the camera.
Well, if we're gonna go inside that building, we need to keep in mind that there's at least 3 Klingons there. And that was in character.
Murdoch, right? That's the science tune.
Yes.
Can you scan the structure from here and register life signs?
I can't register life signs, but I can definitely get you a direction.
I think we knew roughly where it was, but okay.
Alright. And so he's gonna roll. You guys will get 1 momentum. And he'll just point this way.
Looks like we're heading that way then.
Yep. And Braga follows suit. Using his infiltration skills to remain quiet and undetected, hiding in shadows and whatnot.
Okay, in that case, I need everybody to roll me a insight security check. Difficulty 2.
I'm going to use one momentum because my insight kind of sucks.
Almost going to use a momentum just because of how my last 2 rolls have been double zeros.
And can I use infiltration as a focus?
Sure.
Being that. Okay, cool. This is a nice trail.
Spending a
Wow.
momentum.
Wow, I rolled better than I thought.
Oof.
Wow. Oof.
We can totally get rid of that complication though.
Well, 3 of us spent momentum, so it went down to 2, right?
No, we had
no,
6.
you had
down
6.
To 3.
Yeah, if you... I mean, good grief, even Mordok rolled a complication.
So okay, so we used 1, 2, 3, 4. So we used 4 momentum out of 6. That brings us down to 2. We got 1 back. And we got 2 back.
You've gained 3 back.
You got 3
actually.
back.
Okay, 3 back.
We're at
So then
5.
we're down. Yeah. So we could use 4 to get rid of those, or just 1. And what do you guys think?
Thus the game master will take threat.
I mean,
two people are failing it regardless, but at least it would not be with complications. So that's up to everyone else. I'm okay with.
It's up to the commander.
Oh wait, 3 people failed. Never mind. I forgot.
Yeah. Let's spend 2 momentum, get rid of one of those.
Okay. Then, in that case, I am going to use the complication as of now. I'm not going to tell you what it is as of yet. Dar and Namar, you guys see basically security patrols wearing rebreathers outside the installation. It's made up of a couple different teams, basically teams of 2 or 3.
Okay, I would get the attention of our group, hand signal, and have us go to cover or go down. Kind of like wave my hand and lower it quick.
What do you guys want to do? Distraction? Try to sneak in?
Well, how many teams do we see? Teams of 2 or 3, but how many teams?
There's in sight right now. There's probably 3 different teams.
So I'll get the commander's attention and just point out directions so that he can try to spot the 3 different teams.
Anything interesting on the side, whatever side of the structure we're on, like vents or whatever?
So he kind of like signals for you to come back and everyone to get together. I can.
Murdoch, you didn't. Sorry, I asked Murdoch. You didn't pick up the life
Sure.
signs outside the structure?
From the distance we were at, I couldn't get any life signs.
Are they registering now, or is there some kind of damping field in effect too?
Let me find out. Oh, I've got it right here in front of me. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I've got life signs.
How many? I'll ask, so that way everybody can overhear.
Doris keeping watch, by the way. Just keep an eye on.
Outside the facility, I have a total of 8 Klingons, and inside the facility, I have a total of 7 Klingons.
Okay, so we can go one of 2 ways in this. We can call for reinforcements, or we can set up a distraction. Unless you guys can think of anything else.
That's why I asked if there was something interesting on the outside of the structure, like a vent or no ventilation, anything.
Roll me a reason engineering. Difficulty is 1.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you guys get 2 momentum. So there is a little bit of it's almost like an air intake that goes in through the filters. To filter out the pollen and everything like that. So basically there's an air intake on the outside of the building that you can see.
Is it on ground level or is it like higher up?
It's on ground level.
I think we could draw those on the outside away, even possibly into a trap, but the ones on the inside I wouldn't expect to come out.
I'll be more worried about them signaling the ships that they have to be inbound quicker than expected.
Yeah, any kind of reaction out of any of these on the outside is going to sound an alarm of sorts.
Very well, infiltration it is. Let's try to sneak our way up to that.
Yeah, and Dora's going to mention the thing.
Oh yes, that's very good eyes you got there, Dar. I missed that. Yeah, let's try to sneak in through that way. Does anyone have any reservations?
Other than trying to time it out.
What do you mean timing it out?
Well, there's seems to be like 4 different patrols.
Yes.
How long do we think it would take to break into the ventilation, get inside, and cover our tracks, as it were? And I'll look at Dar since he's a good engineer too. Think we could take that apart quickly enough and get us inside?
We'd only find out, once we get up there. I can't probably make out what it is from here. No, what's holding it in place here.
If I use my tricorder game master, can I get a better idea what kind of mechanics is behind this ventilation system?
Uh,
I assume there's filters and machinery and something.
Screws or bolts or stuff like that.
yeah, there's not really anything in particular that your tricorder would pick up, but basically, yeah, common knowledge: screws, bolts, welds, filters, air processors, stuff like that. Uh, yeah.
If we can
I
get,
I
if
think
we
another
can maybe,
question. No,
I'm
go.
sorry, if we can just get one person up there to at least take a look at it and get inside, then the others, can follow in behind once it's kind of open to the rest.
Well, let's
Maybe
get
maybe
let's
just
get
two.
there. Let's get there first, and
Maybe just
Rigov kind of sit. Sorry, I'm not quite. And he signals everyone to start moving out. And he leads the way using his infiltration skill to at least get closer to the entrance.
Another crazy idea. Could we transport site to site? Maybe all we have to do is get a communicator on the inside to get the transporters to allow us to get past all these guards and on the inside. Something to lock in on.
Now let's try to sneak closer and just go in.
Okay. First things first. Dar and Namar, I need you two to roll me another insight security.
I'll use another momentum.
Should have probably waited to hear what the difficulty was first.
Difficulty was
Well,
2, but yeah.
Okay.
Do I have a focus I can apply?
Oh,
Again, mechanics, or is this more infiltration type?
this is more infiltration type.
No focus then.
Basically, you two saw the security guards earlier, and now you're looking for something different. Yeah, Dar, you see it. Namar, everything seems right back the way it was for you, but Dar, something seems off. The three teams have come together in one corner of the installation, and Namar and probably everybody else just thought, oh, okay, they're just getting ready to do a handoff of security information, everything like that. But Dar, one of them points in you guys' general direction really quick, and that's what you catch.
Okay, who's close? No, who's closest to me?
Your call.
Okay, I'm gonna assume he'll be like following Regov's lead. He's gonna whisper. No, not no. Try not to bring attention, obviously, but also just mention, as low as possible. Just say something's wrong with the guards. They and he mentions they were pointing in their general direction.
He looks back. I think you're right.
I pull up my tricorder. Are we being scanned? Are there sensor systems on the structure itself looking out?
No, there's no sensor systems that you can detect. The only thing you can think of is that they caught a glimpse of someone
Okay.
or saw movement of some kind.
Okay.
Okay, so was this while we were moving, or like when we were about to?
That was when you were about to move.
Commander, I don't think they have any sensors on us. I'm not detecting.
They may have thought they saw something. We can't stay here. We have to move some.
Okay, can I set my Regov would always have his hand phaser on as part of his basic uniform in addition to the rifle. Can he set it to explode in a certain amount of time?
Set it to overload, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a roll to see how accurate you can time it, though.
What if we disable the ventilation, Rego? Force them to come over towards the ventilation system, and we ambush them. They're already alerted to our presence.
Yeah, since they're already alerted, we'll have to change just trying to do infiltration. So yeah, ambush would be better. Yeah, let's continue to try to sneak over there and disable the intake and see if they try to come out and fix it. As a backup, I'll have my phaser set to where I can basically blow it up and have it overload in 10 seconds. And then all I'll have to do is push a few buttons and then just toss it.
Okay, so you're wanting to overload it? You are wanting to overload it?
I'm good with that, if everyone else is.
Okay, so you are wanting to overload your phaser type 2.
Just get it ready to like setting it up, doing
Okay.
all the pre stuff, and then all I'll have to do is push a few buttons,
Yeah.
then toss it out.
Okay, since you're a security officer, what I'll have you do is I'll have you roll a daring security, difficulty 1, to set it up to where all you have to do is hit the last button to start the overload sequence. Well, you get it.
Sweet. And then we continue towards the ventilation.
Everybody roll me a fitness security. This is basically a sneak roll.
Survival for a focus.
Sure,
Infiltration.
sure.
I got nothing.
Say difficulty 2.
It will actually be an opposed roll.
Oh. In that case, take a threat. I'm rolling 3 dice.
Okay. Okay.
Beast mode.
I think I'm gonna burn a momentum just in case.
Okay.
And toolbox is AFK real quick.
Yeah. I'll roll for him here real quick. I gotta roll for Murdoch first. I am spending a momentum for Murdoch.
And probably should burn one for toolbox too, just because I remember his security was pretty.
Yeah, his security is pretty low. So is his fitness. Ugh.
Ooh, doesn't he have a Boolean thing that lets him re-roll something, or is that something more specific?
I don't know what the that's different. I don't I think that's for other stuff. I don't know for a fact. So insight security, I'll be burning up threat. They don't have a focus. Ooh. Okay.
We were forced to bring the blue-skinned guy in a green area.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Regoff, Dar, and
Namar.
Namar are all spotted by the Klingon warriors. And I'll just take 2 threat for Namar's complication.
We get 1 momentum.
No momentum because they rolled a 3.
Oh, okay, so they just tied me.
Yeah.
Do we know they spotted us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so say those that didn't get spotted, keep going, and we'll lead them away. And Regoff sprints off into the opposite direction.
So that would be everyone except Prax. Then there was just deliberate spotted, right? Or
Prax and the science officer didn't get spotted.
okay. So yep.
I'm back.
And as soon as Regoff thinks they're about 10 seconds behind him, he's going to throw the hand phaser behind him as they're running away.
Alright, so since you're basically throwing a grenade, Regoff, I want you to roll me a control security. Fitness security. Difficulty will be 1 in order to gauge the distance correctly. If you succeed, it will land at their feet, or, about where they'll be within 10 seconds.
I'm going to give you a threat to get extra day.
I take it we're
Okay.
being chased now.
Yeah.
Everyone except Prax and the science officer. Yeah.
So, Regoff, you actually perfectly succeed. You get 2 momentum. What I'm going to do is I want you to roll me 8 challenge dice. With this being explosive damage, it will automatically have piercing and devastating. Yeah, and vicious.
Send the momentum to re-roll
Yeah.
5 dice.
Yeah.
So I change it to 5 instead of 8 then?
Yeah. Yikes, that's 8 effects. So that's all their piercing. They're definitely going to be going down. Now, I need to roll. I'm going to roll 14 d20 and roll them off in pairs. This is basically a fitness security check to see if they even get to see if they dodge the damage real quick, or at least take half damage.
So
So,
that's one's a crit success and one's a crit fail.
well, give me a second. So, this
One of
one
them.
dives out of the way. This one blows up. This one dives out of the way. This one dives out of the way. This one dives out of the way. He manages to dive out of the way, but he takes half damage and is knocked unconscious. And this one dives out of the way. So this one is out of the fight as well.
So this was a hand phaser set on overload?
Yep.
Yeah, that was literally a hand phaser set on overload. I made up rules for that real quick.
No, I was just curious. Out of curiosity, is it considered stunning or lethal?
It's considered it would because it's explosive damage and it's got devastating. It'd be considered lethal, I believe.
Okay, I was just curious.
So that one at the top is out too, right?
No. So there was another one, which I just completely removed his token because he basically blew into smithereens. He's vaporized.
Oh, okay.
Must have landed at his feet.
Yeah, and then this one, because he succeeded at it but had a complication, he dives out of the way, takes half damage, and is knocked unconscious. The one with the red X on him.
All right, let's keep them distracted, keep running, see if who can keep chasing us and whatnot.
Okay, we are going to go into actual combat turn order here. Regoff, with that attack, I will say that you went first. So it's their go.
It'll be ours because
Oh, because you have quick to action. My bad.
Yep.
Add another one of these. Add you. Okay, so one, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You could actually select all of them and hit add turn. And
Oh, yeah, I could. So, Regoff, you went first. Good grief. So, you're using quick to action, so Dar or Toolbox, or even it could be Prax and Marduk as well.
Yeah, do we want to wait until they actually chase us into the brush before we actually try to deal with them, or like, what do you want?
they don't see you guys yet. So you could probably like ambush them, or you could try to sneak away and do the disable the fan or whatever you guys wanted.
well, I might wait because it's me and the science officer. I might just wait until you chase them and then pretty much almost surround them in a way.
So wait until they are like at the brush and then we pincer.
Do like a pincer maneuver in a way.
Sounds good.
Doesn't mean you guys don't have to. You can pretty much shoot and then run.
Would moving be minor or?
Yeah, you get a minor and a minor and major. You can do it in either order.
Yeah.
All right, so Dora's just going to take a pot shot at the lead one right.
Okay, that'll be a control security difficulty 2. Okay, you do hit him.
Nice.
Roll me damage.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is stunned and goes down.
And then for the miner, he's just going to keep going as far as he can. No, just trying to lead them away from the other two.
Okay. So you probably get to like over to a little bit of a distance. And this Klingon warrior here is going to close the gap a little bit. Next, it's to you guys. Well, no, wait, hold on. He is going to take a pot shot at you, my bad. This is a Klingon warrior control security. He does not have a focus. Oop, and he'll miss.
His ears are still ringing from the phaser grenade.
Oh, yeah. So, it passes back to you guys.
Should be Namar, I believe.
Namar, Prax, or Mordok.
You want me to go next?
Yep, so I guess shoot and scoot.
Sure.
Is contacting the ship take time?
Yes.
Is that a major or minor?
Depends upon how long of a message you want to send.
It might be a major. Well, I'll move first then, I guess. How far can I move?
Uh,
Spread me out a little bit from Dar. I don't want to be right next to him.
so kind of like splitting off in another direction,
A little bit, yeah.
but
Not that way.
not that
Kind of
way.
in between the other two.
So like here.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And I'll Namar to Everest, transporter room.
Everest here.
We're being pursued by a bunch of Klingons. Get a lock on them. Get a security team in your transporter room. Disarm their weapons. Beam them up. You know you can use transporters to
Oh,
disarm
yeah.
weapons, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I'm wanting them to basically get a lock on any Klingon over there, beam them up, disarm their weapon, take them prisoner.
Yeah, just put them right in the brig, basically.
Okay, now I will let you guys know this will be a difficulty 4.
Well, we've already used deadly force, but yeah. Will we have to roll for the group or each one?
Just roll for the group because since there is basically 5 of them left, they can get them all in one go.
I think it's worth the risk. Can we help the beaming process?
Yeah, you can spend momentum if you want to help or threat.
Let's do 1 momentum and 1 threat for 2 extra days.
1 momentum
Will
and
that
2 threat, right?
Will that happen now?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, they're getting ready. They're getting everything ready to do so. At the end of the round, they'll make the roll.
Okay, can I blow my determination to give an advantage to them by using a tricorder scan to help them lock?
Tricorder scan would not help them lock.
Get a lock?
No, it would. A tricorder scan would not assist in getting a lock on the life forms. You would need to use the pattern enhancers, and in using pattern enhancers, you would need to put 3 of them out, which would take a couple turns to do so.
Yeah, too long. I'm just trying to think of a way that I can assist them. Any suggestions?
Nope. Can't think of anything.
Okay, well that's my action, I guess.
Okay. So it'll go back to them. And this guy is going to drop his disruptor pistol, and he's going to run at full sprint at Commander Regoff. And he's going to try and tackle you to the ground. This will be a opposed daring security. Ooh, okay. I will be spending a threat.
And I'll give you a threat for an extra dice.
Okay. Okay. So,
The fool, he's close enough for Dora to just run over and kick him in the face.
Regoff, you are knocked down. I am rolling a d6. Actually, I need to roll first. I need to roll a d8.
Don't forget body armor.
Yeah.
It takes 2 damage away.
Yeah. You only take 1 stress, Regoff, but it is a knockdown because he rolled effects. 1d8. Okay. Regoff, you're running away from him and he tackles you to the ground, okay?
Okay.
I am going to roll a challenge dice. If I roll an effect, your rebreather cracks. It does not.
Stash power.
Are the Klingons wearing rebreathers?
They are.
And Regov is wondering what the heck is going on.
So that's the end of that Klingon's turn. It is Mordok's turn. What would you guys like him to do? Or Praxis' turn?
I'll go ahead and go, and I'm going to shoot the one that's on top of Ragoff.
Okay. Control security difficulty 2.
Take 3 threat. I'm rolling 4 dice.
Okay. Well, you definitely hit him.
It's 3 momentum. Oh yeah, sorry. The minor action was for charge. My bad.
Okay.
Vicious one.
Vicious one? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is
That's
stunned.
9.
He is stunned.
Okay, and then I'm spending 2 momentum to do a swift task,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shoot the one that was running
So
toward the group.
this one here.
I'm back. Sorry.
That
Yeah.
I went to go get my headphones because I thought my internet was going out, but it's back. It seems. What'd I miss?
Dar saved the day. Or not Dar, Prax.
Yeah, I'm just about not to give you more threat because you already see at 17.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spend the 2 momentum to roll 3. I am using my determination, by reason or by force, or never give up or give in
Okay. Yeah.
for 2 auto successes.
Okay. So basically, you're just rolling for momentum here.
Well, it's difficulty 3.
Oh yeah.
So that's 3 momentum gain. So we are at 3 momentum because I had to spend 2 of it to
Yeah.
roll. And then also it's still vicious 1 on the charge.
Okay.
No, I already took
Actually, I
the,
had to spend a momentum. It's
I already
we're
took
actually at 2
the-
momentum because I would spend. Sorry, I had to spend a momentum to do the charge.
Oh.
I
Okay.
already
So you
had
don't get a
I
second.
already took the 2 momentum before you noticed.
It was 3. So. Whoa. He's stunned too. I don't even have to count that. I just have to look at it.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's what 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 damage.
Yeah. So he's stunned. There are 2 left. This one here is going to start peeling in this direction that he saw a phaser shot come from. But he is going to shoot at Dar. And he's going to miss.
So now it's just Burlock.
Yep.
What would you guys like him to do?
Just have him shoot at the closest Klingon.
Okay. So he is going to roll a control security difficulty 2.
If he has bad
Just give
control
him momentum.
security,
Yeah,
yeah, give him a momentum.
He's rolling a 13, so yeah, I'll take a momentum for him. He does hit. So he needs 6 challenge dice. Oops. Forgot to hit enter. Ugh.
Shot his toe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charge.
What would his charge have been? Vicious 1, piercing. Because I'm just rolling with it being a piercing.
Yeah, it's probably piercing.
So that's 4 piercing.
Yeah, so he takes so the Klingon warrior takes 3 stress.
I mean, he could take the chance and re-roll 3 die.
He could.
In a moment.
Probably. How many dice does he have total? 3?
6. And he's got 3 more he can re-roll.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so that'll be 1 momentum spend. He does get another 4 damage, so he winds up stunned. Good grief!
Can we belay that transporter order now?
Well, there's still the one that's up, and yeah, we don't want him trying to get away.
Yeah, there's this one. Oh boy. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Well, it's the end of your move right now. That's true.
Yeah, this is my last go right now. So I'm going to spend another threat so he gets to basically take 2 move actions and get right here next to Regoff.
Oh, okay, that'll save time.
I am going to spend 3 more threat so he gets to roll 4 dice.
So you got a weapon? Which weapon does he have out?
Right now, he is using his dagger. So this is a daring security, rolling 4 dice. I am going to... Oh man. I think it's what? 2 threat to reroll?
Post.
Is it 2
No,
threat to reroll?
can't re-roll that.
Oh, I can't reroll?
Can't. No.
Good grief.
I learned that I reread that and I actually made that mistake for you guys.
Okay.
So I had to stop doing that.
Game Master can't use threats for reroll, huh?
No.
No, you can if it's specifically stated on the character sheet, the NPC sheet, you can. Actually, wait, with the Klingons, you can't.
The
I remember
Klingons
correctly.
actually, I
So
thought
the
you
Klingons,
can, yeah.
Yeah, Klingons, I think you actually can, but normally you can't.
Yeah,
So-
let me pull Klingons up.
So Klingons are unique.
Yeah,
or notable character.
yeah, it's warrior spirit.
Yeah, all
The
of them
Klingon
have
may
it.
re-roll any number of d20, so I can re-roll all 3.
You can re-roll all 3.
Turns out that's another 2 successes, so that is 3 total successes for him.
That's opposed.
Yeah, that's opposed from Regoff.
And what do I roll?
Daring security.
You need more than 3 successes.
Do you have hand-to-hand
So-
combat?
No.
Rudolph?
You have a determination.
I would say give him 2 threat and spend 1 momentum, or use your determination.
Could I use determination, dark sense of humor? I'm gonna kick him in the balls.
No! You better beat him. You better beat him if you do that, yeah.
Roll the dice first, and then just in case. Because don't you have to roll first and then
No, if he declares it now, he gets 2 auto successes, but he needs to get at least 2 more to succeed on it.
And then I'll take momentum.
It'd be a
2.
momentum and a threat.
Yeah, it
Okay.
costs.
Momentum
3.
and threat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's
5.
That is 5. Yeah, roll me 6 challenge dice.
well, we have 2 floating, so reroll 5
4. Reroll 4.
or 4. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 4.
Okay.
So does he get knocked
Could-
down?
Could
He
make
get-
it lethal. lethal kick to the balls by giving him threat.
No, because this is an unarmed strike, specifically quality non-lethal.
That has knockdown, though, right?
It does knock down, so the Klingon is knocked down. He's not knocked out. His rebreather pops off.
Yeah. He runs up, raises his knife, gets a nasty blow, falls to his knees, and starts screaming.
He's like, oh, then smack. Oh.
So do we still want the Everest to beam him out of there?
I'd say no. I was gonna belay that order.
Okay. So, top of the order. Hey, guess what? It's you guys' go again.
Do we get that momentum back then if they're not going to do it?
Yeah. I'll give it back to you.
So I say, belay that situation somewhat and handled. Stand by.
So, yeah, top of the order. You guys can go.
Can I handcuff that guy that's on the ground?
He's not unconscious yet.
Okay, I'll try a unarmed strike then.
Okay. Daring security.
People elbow him.
I am going to roll or spend some threat here. Because you just pissed off a Klingon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you hit him in his honor.
So I just spent 6 threat. I get 3 of it back. And Regov, you take 1 stress and are knocked to the ground. Dang it! Ugh! And your rebreather stays intact.
Wahahaha.
So that was
Now
Regov's move?
now it's his go. Oh, and he's gonna spend another 3 threat. And he is literally just so pissed at you right now, Regov. He is going crazy. That's 4.
All right. So I already rolled to get my determination back. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that was
try the
the-
same.
Okay, that was your determination. My bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the same thing. Kick him in the balls again.
You can use the momentum.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. So 1 momentum and give you what 1 threat or 2? No.
No, we have 2 momentum, so you can use that for the additional die. But you're using your determination, which means it's when you do that, you get 2 success.
Okay, and then it brings up the cost for an extra dice to 2 momentum. Then.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, got it.
Roll me some damage. Roll me some damage, buddy.
At the end of the day, this Klingon's definitely not having kids.
That was that 6 challenge dice again.
Yeah, that's 6 challenge dice. Okay. He's knocked back down to the ground. Still not unconscious.
He's hating life.
He is. He's like, his hands are literally, I see them in his crotch, like, ah! So, who's next?
It would be Dora's turn. Is he on the ground?
He is on the ground.
Okay. What would be the most effective way of just actually knocking him out besides just tackling him again?
You could shoot him with your phaser, which would be control security difficulty 1.
Oh no! I was gonna do some hand to hand because Dora's built for that.
Oh,
Like either just run up and just like kick him across the face or something like that, or something like that.
you can flavor it however you want to, but it's still going to be a daring security. Good grief.
That's fine.
He is cupping his balls right now. I don't even think he'll get to oppose.
I have hand to hand as a focus, so there's that. And I have martial artist and mean right hook. So yeah, this is going to go well for him.
This is going to hurt.
Come on, double zeros. Oh wait, wrong button.
Yeah, wrong button, buddy. Okay, you get him. You get You get a momentum.
You want to just take the first
Roll it.
damage roll there?
Just re-roll
Reroll.
it. It's the same stuff. So yeah, he is not knocked out. He's still there. This is one mean Klingon. It's still you guys' turn. But whoever's next.
I'll let Prax go next.
How far away am I?
You can shoot him if you want, or you can, good grief, if you want to get in there and start beating on him too, you can do so too.
Nah, she's gonna walk up into semi-close range as the miner,
Okay.
not like up against him, and just then shoot him.
Okay, yeah. Control security difficulty 1.
I'm gonna give you a threat.
Okay. I'll spend that. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay. You hit him, roll me some damage. And he's out. He is out cold.
Are you boys done having your fun?
Oh, you should have seen it.
I did.
It's hard
I
to
winced I winced both times.
I'm pretty sure they heard him from base 2 going, "Oh!"
They also probably heard the explosion, so we should probably get moving.
Agreed.
Murdoch, it's Murdoch's the science person again, right?
Yeah.
Murdoch, scan around real quick and make sure there's nobody else coming right away. I was going to have the bodies beamed up as prisoners.
Okay.
I was going to set
Yeah.
up basically while everybody gathers and discusses the next part of the plan, I was just going to quickly, get them transported to the brig.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just say that it happens.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's continue.
Nobody seems to notice that you have taken care of their security detail.
That's great.
All right, let's continue towards the ventilation.
Murdoch, was that all of the security teams on the outside?
That was all of them, yeah.
How many life signs left inside?
There's 7 inside, so
Could just breach the front door.
I mean, might as well. I mean, just they should have heard that explosion.
Do we identify any other weak points in the structure, perhaps? There's the ventilation shaft and there's the door.
I mean, I still think going into the ventilation would be good.
Well, we could draw them out by shutting down the ventilation and set an ambush at the front door. That's one option.
Couldn't we also like make it so that the toxins from the planet get inside and then deal with but then we'd still have to get inside ourselves to get the data.
That is a fantastic idea. I'm sure we could screw up the ventilation. No problem.
Oh no, wait! Just out of character, I just realized they probably have rebreathers too because these ones had them. So never mind.
Yeah,
It
but
would-
right now they're relying on the ventilation system. They may not have the rebreathers handy.
Yeah, we can set it to bring air in instead of bringing it out. Well, I mean, I guess it's already doing that. Let's like disable the filter, pretty much.
Yeah, I like that idea. We could perhaps knock them out in effect.
And if they do notice, they would have to come out to fix it anyway. So we could also ambush any stragglers.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so I would just say to Murdoch, just keep a scan going as we approach. Don't let us get surprised.
Sure thing.
All right. So since your engineering stuff is higher, you should lead the task, and I can assist with messing up the filter.
Yeah, I guess we approach the ventilation point, and provided we're not being spotted or anything, Dar and I will take a look at it and go to work on it.
Yeah, Rigov will be at the front in the center, kind of hiding behind a crate or something.
So what do we roll for this?
Just roll me a control engineering. Difficulty will be 3 to shut down the filter.
I have damage control and recovery as a focus. Can I reverse that since I want to cause damage?
No.
I'll use our last momentum.
Nope, no bonus momentum.
You do get it though. So yeah, their filter shuts off.
And the air is invisible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Commander, Namarda Commander, we've I don't know how far away you are, so I'm just using comm badge. We've disabled the filter. Give it a few moments.
Good work. We have eyes on the door.
So, couple seconds later, alarms are going off in the interior. You hear running towards the door.
And Regov is pointing his gun at the door. The second it opens, he'll shoot whatever's there with the stuns.
Did you want us to come back to the door?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, the doors part, and in the room, you see that it's like a small airlock, and there's 2 Klingons right there.
Are they wearing rebreathers?
They're definitely wearing rebreathers right now.
Oh, then they get shot. Regov shoots.
Okay, there is 2 of them though, so it will be a.
Are they close?
Oh yeah, they're close range together.
So minor charge for area and then pew.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine you guys would have been set up for cover and, well placed.
Yeah, he's sitting behind the crate. He just popped up to shoot at him.
So it is controlled security difficulty 2. You hit him.
The distinct sound of a phaser rifle goes off.
Oh yeah. You hit both of them.
And then, oh, never mind. I already used the minor action. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. They both remain standing.
Spend a momentum for piercing.
Yeah, we got one from that, right? Or is it,
Yeah.
was it 3 to hit?
Yep. No, it was 2 to hit. We'll do the extra momentum.
Okay. If you spend, no matter what you spend it to, whether it be extra damage or piercing, they go down.
Success then.
Yep.
Can I see any more Klingons
Uh,
from that?
not right now because like the outer doors are opened, and it's like an airlock, and then there's inner doors.
Commander, cover me. I'll force the inner lock open at the same time as the outer lock.
All right, got you covered, Chief.
So I'll try to find an.
Door will follow suit when.
So I'll find an access panel and see if I can't get by it where I can open up the inner lock and the outer lock at the same time.
Okay. That's going to be a control engineering or reason engineering difficulty 4. Because airlocks are not made to have both their inner and outer doors open at the same time.
Yep. Can I use my value born engineer and use my determination?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's like, oh, this is no problem. Just bypass this and connect that over here and.
So that'll be for a critical success, which is a nat 1. 2 successes, need another 2.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I might have a focus. Am I aborting any kind of power system or?
I'll say if. Let me look at your stuff real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
Could argue that he
Yeah.
tries to reroute. Yeah.
I'll say you have a focus. You guys get 2 momentum, and sure enough, the inner doors pop open.
and I'll try to go to cover, but that's the end of my move.
No, you just literally pop into cover. There's nobody on the other side.
That's what I didn't know. Yeah. And I'll move back out of the airlock a little bit so I'm not exposed and say, okay, give it a few minutes for the air to get in again.
And for those 2 Klingons that got knocked out, we'll tie them up and stuff. So just in case they regain consciousness.
Okay.
I guess we move in like some kind of formation, I guess.
Well, Murloc might. Can you take a scan now inside the structure? The doors are open.
I mean, I had a scan earlier. There was 7 life signs. There's 5 now.
Yeah, what do we see like now that the door's open?
So basically what you see is a standard internal Klingon fashioned, almost like a barracks room, research stations, something along those lines.
Can we pinpoint the life signs inside? 5 now, I guess.
Yeah, there's 5 life signs now inside. They are. There's 3 in the control room, and then there's 2 more in the lab area.
Okay, so I'm trying to picture this. So we've opened up like a door into a hallway, and off this hallway is going to be a control room and then a laboratory, right?
Uh,
And a barracks or something, probably.
yeah, as well as other things, but a control room is somewhere off these out on these hallways, and a lab is somewhere off these hallways.
Okay, they're all in the control room.
All right, well let's
yeah,
go inside.
3 of them are in the control room. 2 of them are in the lab.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood.
All right, what do you guys want to do? Sneak up on them? Take them out?
Let's try to sneak up on them. That way we can limit the damage to the equipment inside the facility.
We don't want them sabotaging it.
Namar, does your tricorder detect any rebreather mass on these guys? Or are they running around sporadically as if they're paranoid?
Right.
Murdoch might be able to determine that better.
Yeah. Right now, they're not wearing. They're wearing they are wearing rebreathers, and it's like, but they are showing. Well, no, they're not showing yet. Never mind.
And the effects of the pollen probably need some time to actually kick in.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's sneak up to the lab or the control room, whichever one is closest.
Do you want to try utilizing the transporters just to get them out of here?
Yeah, do you want to? Yeah, we could like set up the transporter. Transporter buffers?
Yeah,
What are they?
yeah, the enhancers.
Yeah, the
But we could
enhancers.
set them out, sort of around the door before we open it up in case they come out of the doorway. They're already inside the enhancer pattern. In other words, we'd make the hallway our transporter enhancer area.
That might work with the 2 in the lab, but the 3 in the control room may try to sabotage the computers just in.
They might be doing that as we speak.
That's why I'm wondering if we just want to try to get them out wherever they are now.
Either way, let's get those set up, and then we'll work to get them placed for the ambush.
Okay, so I'll set about setting up the transporter enhancers so that we kind of get an area, hopefully covering both the doorway to the control room and to the laboratory, or one or the other, whichever we come to first.
Okay, so the first one that you guys come upon is the control room. The doors are not open as of yet.
There's only one way in the room.
There is only one entrance into the room from this hallway, yes.
Regov looks over to Namar and like nods for him to set up his stuff.
Okay. I imagine I go through that. Do you want me to breach the door again?
Yes. Afterwards, after you're all set up, then we'll get ready to go in, and if we can't, well, that depends if we can transport them out from there, like in the rooms, or not. If we can't, then we'll.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering, if you want to just try having us try to get a lock on them right now.
Yeah.
Without opening the door.
Yep.
All right, Game Master, I'll hail the Everest transporter room again. Can you get a lock on 3 Klingons? And I give a position relative to my own.
And you want them to be beamed into the brig as well.
Yeah, correct. And disarm their disruptor when they're beamed up.
Right, okay, this will be a difficulty 4 task.
So,
1 threat, 2 momentum will get you 2 dice.
Yeah, I have a suggestion though. Commander, I may want to go up to the ship and do this myself.
What do you have in mind, Chief?
Well, like I mentioned to you before, my first assignment was in transporter, so I know my way around them a bit more, perhaps, than some of the.
All right.
Okay, so I'll stand within the transporter enhancers that we set up here and have myself beamed up to the ship.
Okay, that makes it difficulty 2. You guys do get 1 momentum.
Okay, Commander, I'm on board, and I'll get the lock ready, and I'll let you know when I'm ready to transport them.
All right, Chief, we're standing by.
Okay, so I don't have any determination left. What difficulty now? You said 4?
Yeah, 4 to lock on to the Klingons.
Yeah, so I'm going to use all our momentum and for 2 extra dice.
Okay.
And it's a control engineering.
Yeah, it's control engineering, difficulty 4. It's assisted.
Assisted by the ship, and I do have a focus.
Yeah.
So someone can roll the ship.
I got it. Well, you do succeed, but there is a complication. You get 1 momentum.
I don't know what is. I thought he had a bullying thing. I don't know what it is then.
Yeah, I do. I have to roll 1 challenge die, and if I get a effect, I can ignore it.
Ignore a complication.
Yeah, I'll read it to you here just a second.
Oh yeah, born near a warped core, right?
Yeah, born near a warp core. On a complication, roll 1 challenge die, effect Norse complication. Once successfully ignored, any further complications cannot be ignored for the remainder of the scene.
Okay.
So I'll roll 1 challenge die, and hopefully I get an effect.
Nope. It's a blank. So,
We don't have enough momentum to buy that off otherwise.
Nope.
give me just 1 second. Oh my goodness. Okay. So one of the Klingon warriors manages to. It's almost like the uh, transporter filters didn't catch it, or either there was a glitch, but for some reason, one of the Klingon warriors has an active weapon.
Okay, well, we had a security team here from before. I'd asked for that.
Yeah, but all
So
three of
we'll-
them are in the brig, so.
Okay. Well, I'm not in the brig. I'm in the transporter room, so it's going to be up to security to disarm him there.
Yeah.
Does the ship detect the presence of the weapon?
Because it hasn't been fired yet, there are no alarms going off.
Okay, so it's sort of on hold, I guess. If the guy
Yeah.
is
It's sort of on hold.
okay. Okay, Commander, they're been beamed to the brig. To me, it's a success, so that's what I would say. All 3 are now in the brig.
Good work, Chief. And he looks over to Prax. Is there anything we need to do in there for your mission?
I like the lieutenant, or what's Murdoch's rank?
Murdoch is a lieutenant, junior grade.
Lieutenant Murdoch here can start downloading all the information in their database for an analysis. Then we'll destroy the facility.
Keep in mind, there are still 2 more Klingons in the facility, and no one has seen Commander Kadok.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering where the other 2 were. Like, this is a control room, right?
Yeah, this is the control room. The other 2 are in the lab.
Okay. So yeah, let's just get the information, and then I guess deal with the other 2 in a bit.
Sounds good.
Standing by.
Okay, so Murdoch walks up to a console and just does a massive data dump to his tricorder.
Or you could
figure
or
we
you could
just
uplink it to the ship.
I figure we just dump their entire computer core. We can sort through it later.
All right, and then we go back outside the control room, grab the transporter enhancers, move it closer to the lab,
Okay.
and then he looks at everyone else. On the count of 3, we're gonna go in.
You want me to remain up here?
If you can make it back down, go ahead.
That's your call.
Yeah, come back down.
Okay, so I'll have the other transporter chief beam me back down to the transporter enhancers.
And you make it back down.
Okay, then I'll walk over to the laboratory door panel and try to bypass it, breach it.
Control or reason, engineering, difficulty 2.
So there's only 2. Could we just not do a quick breach and try to create an advantage here and go in essentially guns blazing, knock them down, SWAT?
Yep, like go in, people go left and right, overwhelm them.
Yeah.
The only way we don't have any momentum to create an advantage, but you guys can all go on a ready action.
Well, no. Well, I could technically roll for the advantage too.
Yeah,
It's
a difficulty.
strategy tactics. Come up with a tactic plan.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Task roll.
I think I'd go.
Look at the task roll.
I think I'd
I
go.
guess it's just set by the GM. So whatever you think would be appropriate.
I think either control or daring security.
That's gonna be a difficulty 2, essentially.
Yeah, difficulty 2.
And you are muted, by the way.
Sorry.
GM.
Sorry. I think it'll be either a control or daring security.
To come up with the strategy?
If you're just coming up with the strategy, I'd say reason. But if you're getting ready to execute the strategy, then it'd be control or daring.
So reason command to
Sure.
point out. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a focus in strategy and tactics.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you a threat to roll 3 dice. I want to spend the momentum. Threat 1. That's all right.
Yeah. Go for
Yep.
it. That's.
The hell of a battle strategy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a good
3
roll.
momentum. That's 3 momentum.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go here, hide behind this panel. You're gonna shoot him in the leg, and I'll shoot him in the other leg. Got it? Good.
It'll go a lot better than our earlier flight training, right? That we started with.
So, I'm gonna spend 2 momentum to create an additional strategy to essentially catch them off guard, like stun where they lose an action.
Basically, you're
or lose their minor.
Basically, you're sticking an explosive charge on the door, type deal.
Right.
Okay.
A flashbang,
Yeah.
right?
Shock and awe.
Yeah.
Yeah, shock and all is what we're going for.
Yeah, explosive charge on the door.
All right, it's on your lead, Prax. You came up with a plan.
Since we're using an explosive charge, I'll do an assist roll when we do the breach roll. Or are we considered to have already done it?
Basically, the breach is just going to be basically, there's not going to be a roll. It's basically she's put an explosive device. All she's got to do is detonate it. It's basically a difficulty 0 task, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
So with the breach, are we all gonna get like a free go before they do, or that's what essentially this is?
Yeah,
for the
that's
advantage.
that's literally what's going to happen.
I set my phaser to penetration, I guess, right?
Yep, high stun penetration.
So my question is, for the breach though, like, is it everyone just gets one during the breach? So like, if I go and set the charge, that's my go, and that's it.
So the
Or
charge exploding is the actual start. Once the
well, when we
charge
Okay.
do that,
once the charge explodes, everybody gets one go.
Okay. All right.
yeah, if it took somebody to actually do the charge, I could have done.
Okay. Well, she does sort of like a hand signal countdown, and then sets the charge, and readies the her rifle.
Dora also readies his rifle.
Same with Regov.
Yep.
Cue explosion sound.
Boom. But yeah, we breach. Go, go, go.
Alright, so who wants? No, it doesn't really
Oh
matter
snap!
who.
Sorry, I was muted again. Stupid
Oh.
headset. So the explosive goes off. The door is literally split in two, and in front of you, looking at the door, is two Klingons. Neither of them, looks like Commander Kadok.
Well, there were only 5 life signs inside here, correct?
There were 7.
Yeah, we took 2 out at the door, and
Took 3 out in the
3
control room.
Right.
So it's just these 2 then.
Yeah, basically, Commander Kadok is not on the installation, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that a little later.
All right, so say Prax went in first, and then Dar, then Toolbox.
Okay, sounds fine. You said controller daring for this,
Depending upon what you want to do,
and
yes.
you're also muted again.
Depending upon what you want to do, yes. If you're running in, ducking to the side, and firing your phaser, then it's control. If you're charging at them, tackling them to the ground, trying to knock them out, it's daring. So,
So can't like charge in and shoot them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kind of move to the side and take cover.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
charge in.
That's control.
Yeah, that's control. Charge in, move to the side, take cover, and shoot them.
Take a threat. Roll
Okay.
extra dice. Oh my god! I knew that was eventually gonna happen.
No.
No.
And you miss.
Yeah.
You can use your. Do you have your determination? You can re-roll that.
I already used it.
Okay.
And Dar, it's like split second right after you.
Let's see. I'm really half tempted to him just to tackle one, but yeah, let's start with shooting first.
Alright, that's another control.
Yep. I think I'll not spend a momentum.
Alright.
Oh, nope, I missed though.
Yep. Namar, Regov, or Mordok.
It's up to you, Commander. Who's next?
Namar.
Can I get an aim? Not move in, just kind of get an aim first?
Yeah, just poking your head in through the breach, you can get an aim, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that at least.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been helpful.
I'm not going to... do I use momentum? I'll use
Yeah, out of everyone, I think you and Murdoch should be the ones to use momentum for shooting.
Okay, I'll use 1. It'll give me 3 die. I'm aiming. I get a reroll.
Sounds good.
All right,
So I
yeah,
reroll
reroll
1.
1, yeah. And you
Oh,
miss.
wow.
Wow. Regov, you want to go or do you want Mordock to go?
Out of character. Out of character, I say, we surrender.
Yeah, I'll let the NPC go.
Okay, he is going to literally do the same thing that Namar just did, just poking his head in, aiming down sights, and shooting.
With the momentum?
Sure, it can be a momentum.
Yeah, use 1.
Hey, he hit something!
Cool. Hey, we get a momentum back, right?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do get a momentum back. Nobody falls down, though. He does get hurt, but he doesn't fall down.
All right, and I'll go and aim as well. Like they're kind of standing on the corners of both the entranceways, and I'll stand in the center and aim at one of them.
Okay. Okay, you hit. Yeah, he goes down. The other one is going to charge at Prax. And he is going to get in hand-to-hand combat range. And
Rated.
literally attempt to take you out.
All right, take a threat.
Yeah.
I have focus hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
have floating right now,
I have
don't you?
I have 3 floating. Yeah, so down to 2 floating. I'm rerolling 3. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so it is a knockdown, so I do knock him on his ass.
Yeah. But he doesn't take any stress damage.
I know.
Yeah, it was all
But we're at
pen,
2
no,
momentum.
no damage. Well,
But-
it's their move, right?
No, it's you guys' go, because that was the only Klingon left standing. So, all 5 of you get to go back to back to back to back again.
All right, let's do same order. Wait, oh, unless Prax wants to go again. Since
Well, I think I went first at the order start.
right.
But it's the new round.
Yep.
Good grief.
Well, you know what they say, a battle plan never survives first contact.
Yep. So it's on you then, Prax.
Okay, so I'm still engaged in melee with him, so spending a momentum, going to try to actually grapple him.
Okay, so
Pin him to the ground, hopefully.
okay, so
Uh-oh.
that's a daring security from him or fitness security. I'm trying to remember.
No, it's still it's a post check still, so it's still
Okay.
daring. It's the fitness security to get out of the grapple if I'm successful.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, take 4 threat because one to get rid of that complication, 2 to succeed at cost.
Okay. Yeah. Which I was gonna let you do anyway.
Right, but ugh,
No
those
stress
goals are
damage.
not with me. Right, but he's grappled, so and he's pinned to the ground.
Yeah.
And I can't. No, I can't go again because we don't have the. Because I was essentially gonna like tell him to.
Stand down.
Yeah.
Alright, so Dar.
It would be his go to try and break out, right?
No, because he
Normal
already went.
No, because he went first at the top of the new round. At the top of the new
Okay.
round, so it's you.
All right.
It's your go.
So he's pinned to the ground now.
Yeah, he's grabbed. I don't know if he's off his feet though.
Yeah, he was knocked down, and then Prax pinned him to the ground. So now I'm like, what can I do that wouldn't just seem like over the top? Like he's already pinned, so I don't know what I should be to do at the moment. I guess I'll no. Dara will like just move, just hover over, and then yell at him to stand down. I guess since Prax couldn't do. So what would that be?
Roll me a command presence, and he will
Hold on.
go against you
Both
with
both my
reason.
presence of command are like really bad.
Well, don't feel bad. His reason command is bad too, which is what he's going against you with.
Well, if you want to, we can skip to Rega if he's got some of that, a little bit of that, an okay presence and some command. He could try.
Yeah, I think I'll do that instead then.
And Rega sees you're like struggling, well, not really struggling, but like trying to decide. He like walks up to the Klingon and he's like, "Stand down!" And I'll use what difficulty is it?
It's opposed.
Okay, then I'll use a momentum and yeah.
All right. Yeah, roll it.
Can I use composure for focus? Like he's like trying to compose his action to make the Klingon understand. He's trying to speak his language, composing to the Klingon.
I'm gonna have to say no.
I think you're thinking of intimidation.
I did a wrong roll.
What's your command score? 4. Yeah, you would have only gotten one success on your first roll. But that's fine. Yeah, so he's literally just going to slump Imprax's arm. Just giving up, basically. It's 5-on-1. He knows he can't do it.
As soon as he does that, Regov grabs any knives or disruptor.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to move up to the Klingon. Where's Kalak? And I'm looking for anything. He doesn't have to necessarily verbally respond. I just want to see if his eyes dart one way or another or anything like that.
Roll me a insight medicine check.
Can I assist? Because Dora is also keeping an eye on him.
Sure.
Insight medicine? I thought it would be
yeah.
something more like. I was thinking it would be more like a presence.
You're looking for bodily reactions
Or a verbal response.
or a verbal response, right? But if you're just paying attention to bodily reactions, this will be the roll to basically if you want to see if he's telling you the truth or not.
Okay.
So basically,
not a great roll for me, but
but verbally he's going to look at you and go, "He's not here. He is taking care of other issues."
okay, that answered my question right there. I don't even need to see it. I'll immediately hail Namar. Well, I'll tell Regov. Commander Regov, I suggest Everest bring its shields up. I think Mala or Kalak is probably beamed up to a vessel or something if he's not here.
In that case, we should all get back to the ship after we set this facility to blow.
Yeah, but they're vulnerable right now.
Very well.
2 photon torpedoes should do it.
Yeah, let's just go out in the hallway, beam back up to the ship, and send the torpedoes down to the facility.
So I think I'd like to go up first, while they kind of gather together, and I'll do the transporting myself of everybody again.
I'm not going to worry about rolls. It just happens.
Okay. Can we bring the rest of the Klingons up in one emergency transport and throw them into the brig as well?
I mean, your brig is getting pretty full, but yeah, sure.
Well, it's only 2 more here.
Yeah.
There's also the 2 we tied up earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Might as well bring them with us.
Yeah, it'd be cruel to leave them in a place that's about to blow up.
Okay, so we DD Mao.
And Regov is on the bridge. Target that facility with with photon torpedoes. Fire.
Aye, sir. And 2 photon torpedoes launch from the Everest, hitting it dead center. You guys will get a momentum. Hold on. Let me roll it this way. That was the wrong roll. And yeah, literally destroying it. Yeah.
out of character, or just I would mention to Commander Regoff, we might want to start scanning for enemy vessels or get out of here.
The Kepler does let you guys know that the system appears to still be clear.
Well, where did he go?
Odara is also going to mention that we should do a passive scan for like tachyon emissions because he still remembers that it was when we went to their Vulcan homeworld for our first mission.
Okay, yeah. Do you want the Kepler to do that, or you guys to do that?
Say Kepler, probably. And if anyone has skills for it, you can go over to the Kepler and assist.
Uh,
It has better science on that ship.
yeah. There's no need to. They literally say tachyon emissions are not or tachyon scans are not picking anything up.
I may have been mistaken, Commander. Maybe he's not on a ship, but where did he?
Maybe he's just out on other business, is what he meant. We should still not let our guard down until we're out of the system.
Right. Are we after him?
Regov looks over to Prax. How important is capturing this guy to you guys?
It's very important, but hopefully, maybe going through the data from the facility, might be able to get a clue where he might be at.
All right, let's start going through it. See if we get any clues. In the meantime, let's maneuver back to the other ship for security reasons.
Yeah, do a withdraw and see what we glean from the data.
Okay, so basically, you guys are leaving the system, type deal, and researching the data a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
since
we're at is the other ship at the edge of the system, or is it at the planet?
It's at the edge of the system.
So initially, we're gonna head back towards the ship, and then from there, we'll just kind of sit in place, going over the information.
Okay, Namar,
Can
one
we
roll.
leave a probe here? Can we leave a probe here?
Yeah, sure. You guys can drop a probe. I want one roll from you. This will be a control, reason engineering, or reason engineering, assisted by the ship's computers engineering. Yeah.
Do I know the difficulty?
Difficulty is 2.
And do I have a focus?
No.
Then I'll use our last momentum for an extra die.
Is it assisted by the ship as well?
Yes, computers engineering.
And I'll see if I get rid of that complication.
Which you don't.
Okay.
But you guys do get 1 momentum back. And, so here's what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm literally going to do is I'm going to spend 8 threat.
For a prison breakout?
No. I'm going to spend 8 threat. Actually, I'm going to spend 10 threat. Not only ending this scene, but at the end of what I'm about to say, ending the episode as well. On the data pad are records of a Miranda-class starship that has been used as a test bed very successfully. It has fought in multiple battles and come out on top. Its crew appears to be highly tactical and well-trained, as well as multiple fighters that can be launched from said ship. The captain is Commander Kadok is currently looking for said ship to prove his worth against said ship. And with that, I will call an end to the episode Into the Fire.